only God knows. What happens, church? We left the doors open for people to come, and that's a statement of faith. But we're also going to be practical, and we're not going to be reckless. And I'd like to have church next Sunday. And then Dr. Day is working on some technology where we can maybe do something electronically at home, but at least God knows and the people of Tifton know we were willing to step out and come in the sanctuary and praise and worship Him. And sometimes, church, I think the statement of faith is more powerful than the numbers in attendance, as long as you're not reckless. Those who have the Bible, I want to read one scripture. Gospel according to St. John, chapter 11, verses 21 through 26. John 11. St. John, chapter 11, verses 21 through 26. An old familiar scripture. Amen. You don't have to stand, mothers. You don't have to stand. I just want you to know where I'm reading from. John chapter 11, verses 21 through 26. It's all things from Mary and Martha and their brother Lazarus. And it reads, Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it thee. Jesus saith unto her, Thy brother shall rise again. Martha saith unto him, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day. 25. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. 26. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believeth thou this? Church, I want to use as the subject of the sermon I preached before, and God laid on my heart to preach it today. Why would you doubt Jesus now? Why would you or I doubt Jesus now? The devil is real, church, and the devil is a killer. And we're not to tempt God, and we're not to tempt Satan either. We're not, like I said, we're not going to run into a house that's burning down with fire unless you're a fireman. And at the same token, when I was sick and Sister Porter was sick, we prayed, we took all the medicine that the doctor gave us. Jesus is the Son of God. God is omniscient. He knows everything. God is omnipresent. He's everywhere at the same time. And God is omnipotent. He has all power, church, and authority. Isaiah 40:15 says, Behold, the nations are as a drop in a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. Why would you or I doubt Jesus now? John 10:30 says, I and my Father are one. Church, God the Father and Jesus the Son, here we go, are one in purpose and operation. Jesus Christ is the Son of God. John 3:16, help the shallow, for God so what? Loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Young people, church, Webster Dictionary defines doubt as to be uncertain or mistrustful of something or someone, to distrust. The Bible Dictionary, church, defines doubt as an unnecessary uncertainty due to contradictory conclusion. We ought to doubt certain things. Young lady, if a guy comes to you sweet talking, saying you're the prettiest thing he's ever seen, you know that's not true. You know you're not the prettiest thing in Tifton. That's just sweet talk. It's okay to doubt that. And there's some things we that ought to doubt. When somebody tells us something in the Bible, we ought to ask, where is it? why should we doubt him now? I can remember church sneaking off of Fernandina Beach when I was a boy. I should have been in church and was playing pool, and another guy got killed by a stray bullet who I was shooting pool with. And I couldn't even tell my parents or grandparents or school teachers that shocking experience. I had left 15 minutes early before he got shot. Two guys got to fighting. I couldn't tell my mom about it because she thought I was in church. She'd have beaten me half to death. Couldn't tell my school teachers about it because they would have told somebody else. So I had to carry that burden for years. And Jesus allowed me to carry that burden. And I was just in the 9th grade. But for the grace of God, that young man could be telling somebody I was shooting pool with Rudolph Porter and he got killed 15 minutes later. In this book of John chapter 11, I can paraphrase this, Mary and Martha and their brother Lazarus were good friends with Jesus. In other words, Jesus' church hung out at their house, and he wanted a little break from the disciples. And sometimes church pastors need a break. When he wanted a little break from his disciples, he would go over to Mary and Martha and Lazarus' house by himself, and they would cook for him and feed him, and he would just chill out. But then Lazarus got sick, and they sent their word to Jesus, who was a couple of days away in another town, saying, your friend Lazarus is sick. They just thought church Jesus would drop everything and run and heal him because it was Lazarus. Church Jesus can heal us wherever we are. You take this coronavirus. If Reverend Porter has it right now, if I have the coronavirus, let's say I caught it from somebody around the corner. If my immune system don't fight it off, I die because they don't have the vaccine. So we have to pray to God that he continue to heal us and bless us. Because they don't have a virus. So we can't give credit to the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta. We can't give credit to our doctors because right now they don't have a virus for it. So if we catch it, we got to give all the glory to God. Jesus got the message sent to him by Mary and Martha about Lazarus being sick, and he kept on doing what he was doing. And church, Lazarus eventually died. And when Lazarus died, Jesus came on back to Bethany. And he says, he was talking to Mary. Mary said, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. Isn't that kind of how we go now? You know, sometimes, church, that's the way it is. No matter how many miracles Jesus worked in our life, when another situation come up, instead of saying that same God, you know, when my wife got sick with cancer 5 months ago, I was able to tell her the same God that healed me. She used to tell me, Sister Day, she says, when my children would come to visit me, especially the 2 girls, she said they wouldn't break down in front of me, but when they got to the elevator, they started hollering and screaming and crying because they had never seen their daddy that sickly and that close to death. And my wife didn't tell me that for a couple of months after I got out of the hospital. She said, and I would do the same thing. But you know, when my wife got sick, church, I wasn't strong enough not to break down. I broke down in front of my children and my wife. That's how sick she was. So remember, I wasn't, and I'm supposed to be the dad and the pastor. But I didn't have that kind of strength. I couldn't wait till I got in the hospital. A couple of times I broke down. But my point is, because God delivered me from that stray bullet that hit the other guy, because he delivered me 4 or 5 years ago when I was sick, because he delivered Sister Porter, and then he delivered me from a whole lot of things I've been through in 68 years, why would I doubt him now? Now, I'm not going to be reckless. I'm not going to be reckless, and I want to keep the distances, and I want to do all the practical things, and wash my hands, and do all the things we ought to do. But church, if you look back over your life and tell the truth, Yvonne and church, God has brought us through so much. We should die. When Jesus got back and met Mary, she said, if you had been here, my brother would have died. He he says, your brother live again. She said, I know he'll live again in the resurrection. In other words, yeah, I know he'll live again after I died. I see him in the resurrection when everybody around there. But she was saying to herself, I'm missing my brother now. Where you been, man? Where you been? You done been at my house. My sister done wash your feet with her hair, and I done cook for you. Then we've been waiting on your hand and foot. You know, where you been? Where you been? And now you come in here after my brother been dead in the tomb 4 days stinking. Ain't that kind of how people are? No matter what they see in God's work, when something new come along, we doubt. We doubt. He said, show me where he is. And she said, well, you know, show you where he is. He's in the cave, but he's been there 4 days. He's stinking by now. They believe that the soul hung around the body 3 days. He said, he's been there 4 days. There ain't nothing you can do. He said, show me where you laid it. But what did Jesus do? In the Son of God church, he prayed to God. He said, Father, I know you can do this, but for these people who died, raise this man up, not for my sake, but for their sake, that they may see your power. And I told Dr. Day, when the history of Chester in books is written, somebody gonna write in that history book, there was a little church on the corner that kept its doors open, not forever, because this thing gonna get worse before it get better, but I'm not naive. But for a while, we kept the doors open. We kept the doors open for a while, even though the county said close them, even though the city said close them, even though the governor said close them, but there was a little church on Southern Avenue that kept their doors open for a little while. We may not be able to keep them open until this thing go away. But we weren't the first to close the doors. I came here Wednesday night and there was nobody in here for Bible study. And I got up and I sang and prayed. And eventually I saw Brother David Morrison Jr. cross the street. About 7:45 we closed. About 20 minutes late, we shut the Bible study at 8. And I heard about the 8 o'clock curfew, so I was going to give people time. And I looked and I saw Brother Dave Morrison across the street. And I motioned him over, he came over, and I prayed with him and gave him a copy of the Bible study. And we went on and dismissed ourselves. And I told him, I said, now, you know there's an 8 o'clock curfew. He said, I know. But at least one person came and I was able to pray for one person. And that's kind of an act of faith. And I understand people are apprehensive. I'm apprehensive myself. But we came down and out. We came down. When money was low, he kept us from starving. When we had different illnesses, he kept us alive. He brought us through. So if he prayed, he said, show me where you laid it. Remove the stone. I'm paraphrasing. And he said, Lazarus, come forth. And Lazarus came forth still wrapped up in his burial clothes. And they had to loose the clothes from him. That's the power of Jesus. But Jesus can raise a man from the dead who had been in the tomb 4 days stinking, because he's the Son of God. And in Hebrews 9:27, and I know this is Bible, says, and as it is appointed unto man once to die, and after death, the judgment. So if I drop dead right now, people all over Tifton to say, I told him not to open the church, the pastor just dropped dead, and all, that was my appointed time. But then God can extend your days. You can, or I can shorten our days, but God can extend your days. Because he told Isaiah to go tell Hezekiah he's going to die, get his house in order. And Isaiah went and told him. And then Hezekiah, because he had trusted the Lord, church, turned his head to the wall and prayed. And here he prays prayer, and I'm paraphrasing, Lord, I've done what you said. I've kept your commandments, and I don't want to die. So if Reverend Porter catch the coronavirus, I've lived in such a way where I can say, Lord, I done what you said. I wasn't the first to close the doors at Shiloh. We may close them one day when we get the technology and other things where people can see it, but I wasn't the first. I don't want to die. And I did that when I was in the hospital. I said, Lord, this Rudolph Porter, I don't want to die. If you give me some more time, I'm going to do better. I wasn't as good as Hezekiah. Hezekiah was perfect, sister. I knew I wasn't perfect. I told the Lord I'm going to do better. Because I can't fool him, he knew exactly what I was going to do better in. I can't tell y'all, but y'all will tell somebody else. And I told Sister Melody, she said, don't tell y'all. I said, Lord, I'm going to do better. And immediately I started feeling better. And the problem I had was my white blood count cells was at 22,000 and 29,000 is body poisoning. And they couldn't get them down to 4,000, which is normal. And they kept going up. And the doctor came in the next day and said, your white cells are dropping. We've been hoping that happened. And your temperature is dropping. He says, the medicine is working. No, that wasn't the medicine. It was when I got real with God. But you know the sad part, church? It took me 11 days to get real with it. I'm not proud of that. Sister Ava, it took me 11 days to get real with it. I was praying them rhyme prayers and them prayers I've heard over the years, you know. But on day 11, I started looking around that room for Miss Virgil Reed, my mama. Somebody said, if you know the Lord, sometimes your mama will come back or your brother before God come to get you. So the mellow, I was that sick. I'm looking around the room for my brother Jimmy or my mama. He brought me back. So I don't have no doubt what he can do. He don't want me to be reckless. He don't want me to be irresponsible. But he won't be. And I couldn't tell you this had it not happened to me and my wife. But then if you look over your life, there's some things he's done in your life that you're not going to tell me about, nobody else about, but you know it had to be the Lord. You know it had to be God. So why would you or why would I doubt him now? Lazarus, come forth. Jesus had fed 5,000 and turned water into wine and healed the blind. And them sisters had seen all of that, heard all about all of that. But when it came to their brother, they doubted for a while. But when Jesus raised them from the dead, he cleared up all that. Church, all I'm saying is that Jesus has done enough in our life, and I'll be through, that we shouldn't doubt. Someone's going to say, Sister Day, you went to church, Sister Mother, you went to church? Yes, I went. Why? I went there to praise and worship God, and I'm trusting God that he'll come. There may come a point where it's not practical for me to come. I got a sick wife at home. My wife looking like a nervous wreck. She said, but I trust God. Church, when he's done something in our life, he does it because he knows days like this are going to come when we're going to have to be able to reach back and say, you did it then, Lord. I'm trusting you to do it now. Proverbs 3:5-8, and I'm about through. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. 8, be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. So I'm not asking anybody that has conditions that are vulnerable to this coronavirus to be reckless. But I did ask a few people who are wanting to come here and say, I want to come and praise and worship God. I want the doors to be open, as long as it's practical to do so. And at some point it may not be practical for me to come. But the record will show, and I'm not talking about the Tifton record, the record that God's writing. Someone in America, someone around this world is still praising and worshiping God, not only at home, but you can praise him anywhere, like in the sanctuary. Sister Mello came and played. I came in here this morning in Sunday school. Sister Day and Dr. Day opening the Sunday school lesson singing songs. to empty pews. That's powerful. That's powerful. And for a pastor to walk into the sanctuary and see a husband and a wife carrying on a devotion because I wanted the doors open, that's powerful. And I can only say to that, thank you, Lord. And you and your daughter and your grandbaby came in. And then other people came in. Not because we're reckless or crazy and we don't have fears, because we're all human. But we'll be able to show other members that we came to church for a while. Didn't come forever, but we came for a while. Lazarus was raised by Jesus. Mary and Martha saw again his power. Lazarus should have been the biggest witness of Jesus you ever had. Romans 8:38-39 said, "For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor power, nor things present, nor things to come," 39, "nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature," here we go, "shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is Christ Jesus, our Lord." And then that last scripture, Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me." When I got the calling to preach the gospel, I had been a deacon and men's day speaker. They used to call that bootleg preaching. I wasn't licensed to preach, but I was so close to preaching, you may as well have called me a preacher. God woke me up one morning in '99 and said, "I'm moving you to the backwoods to do a greater work for me." And I ended up in Douglas, Georgia 9 months from now, and I've been down here 20 years. And God wants somebody who will trust him. Not correct, will trust him. And see, if you can see it, church, it's not faith. You know, you two young ladies came to church this morning to Sunday school. And Miss Day was teaching Sunday school. Nobody was here but Miss Day, myself, and her husband. And you know what happened while you were here. I'm not going to say it. But you can explain to your daughter that you had no idea that that was going to happen before you left home. She might have said, "Mama, I don't know if you want to hear that crazy man. They say stay home." But you came to church. And Sister Day asked a question. And you two answered that question. And God moved on your question. Moved on your issue. That's how God works, church. We don't know where he's going to come up. But we know one thing. He's done enough for us already that we don't have to doubt him now. I came from the projects, y'all. I only had 5 boys and 5 girls. I didn't come from no clothes like this, shoes like this. No. I was talking to Brother Montgomery one day, and I was telling him, Brother, you know, I came from, it was rough. You know what I mean? He said, "No, Brother Boy, I ain't had no problems coming up." He said, "I lived in a nice brick home, and we had plenty, praise God." I thought everybody was poor when I was black, my age. Some people my age wasn't poor. But because I was poor, and because God has brought me a long way, I know he can bring me through this coronavirus. But I'm going to take the precautions. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm not going to be reckless. But God is able. God is able. Sister Ace, he's able. Sister Wright, he's able. We don't have to be reckless, but we got to tell people, yes, he is able, and I don't have to doubt him now, because I've got too many instances in my life where I've seen his miraculous power. My son did something one time he should have got 100 years. And I prayed hard, church, and he got no time. Should have got 100 years. And I prayed to God. Didn't have no lawyer, just prayed. Come on, church. Just pray to God. And he made it all go away. I don't doubt him now, but I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to listen to the medical experts. I'm going to be respectful of guidelines, because I ain't crazy. But I also know God is able.
Yes, he is.
He is able. Jesus died on Calvary's cross, and that blood he shed covers us, church, if we faithful. If we faithful. That blood covers us if we are faithful. And this is the last point I'll make. He died on Calvary's cross. He laid in that bar tomb, and the third day God raised him from the dead, giving him all power in heaven and earth. And when I was called to this church, I'll never forget, he's not here now today. He went and gave me the keys to the church. Back there in the fellowship hall. I said, well, I'm reporting here to the pastor. Here are the keys to the church. I said, oh, no. I didn't know his name. I said, no, brother, I need more than keys. He kind of looked at me. I said, no. I said, I don't even know where these keys go to. I need your help. Come on in, Pastor. Come on in, Pastor. And he said, I need your help. I say, he said, well, these the keys? You the new pastor? I said, no. I need your help. He said, what do you mean by you need my help? I said, I need your help in pastoring and carrying out my duties as a pastor. He stood back, he looked at me, and he said, Reverend Porter, I will help you. And when I came in here this morning, Pastor Campbell, my one deacon and his wife was up here opening the devotion with nobody up here. That's helping the ministry. Why? Well, and then when I see him, I got 7 deacons living. He's here today, and we've been in communication on how we're going to go forward. We're on one accord. But he said he was going to help me. And he's here now helping me with the stand I took. Why would we doubt him now? Sister Campbell, I didn't finish the sermon. I want you to come up here and I want you to give us the benediction prayer. Come on, Pastor Campbell. Whatever, Lord, just give us the benediction prayer. And I would open the doors to the church, but everybody here, remember, Brother Marshall, are you going to join today?
I'm trying.
All right, the doors of the church are open. You can come by letter, Christian experience, or candidate for baptism. Come on up, Pastor Campbell. Come on up. Pray the benediction prayer for us. It's Pastor Lisa Campbell from Eagles Wings up the road. She's going to pray our benediction prayer. Please stand.
Okay. We just thank God that I made it here.
Amen.
Stand at the church.
I appreciate it.
And I was asking God, I thought 2 days I was going to my house. I didn't ask God. He said, no, because you're going to be distracted trying to do this and that.
Amen.
And at such a time as this, I need your full attention.
That's right.
You need to hear from me.
That's right.
Because everybody talking, but I need to hear from God.
Amen.
And so we do thank God that we do stand in faith. The same God that we were trusting before this virus came into the atmosphere is the same God we stand on.
Yeah.
We don't worry about what's going on. We wise, but we know faith does work in the prayers of the righteous avail much.
Yeah.
So thank God for what I heard. I shall not be moved. And I told my saints, the saints of God, if you gonna get fear, don't listen to the news. Because fear and faith don't work together. But let us continue. This is your time to shine. They ought to be asking, how could y'all be so confident? How can y'all still have joy and smiling and all that? This is the time for the saints of God to let the world know that our God is real. We are under the shadow of his wing. And the blood has covered us. And so some things God allowed to happen. And like I told the saint, when you look at how God told Moses to tell Pharaoh, but God said, I'm going to harden his heart. And then I write on the side about God had a purpose. God had a plan. Amen. So God do allow some things to happen. So it's in the atmosphere. So I tell them, send up the word.
Well,
Send up the prayer of the word.
yeah.
We are not afraid.
yeah.
So thank God. My nose, I've been staying there. But I've got them designated in different places.
All right.
Go around and pray. But I said Wednesday, so don't think this is going to be on weeks.
I understand.
Yeah. So Father, we thank you.
Yes.
We praise you that you are our God. And Father, you never change. You never forsake your people.
Well.
You are the true and living God.
Yeah.
Father, we stand on your word. Heaven and earth shall pass away.
Yeah.
But your word goes stand forever.
Yeah.
So Father, we stand on your word.
Yeah.
We don't take down. We don't tremble. We don't fear. But you are the same God
Yeah.
that we were serving before the
Yeah.
coronavirus. But God, you knew about it.
Yeah.
You've got a purpose. And Father, we got a purpose.
Yeah.
Because you are in us.
Yeah.
This is your temple.
Yeah.
And so we worship you.
Yeah.
We honor you. We thank you that we are able to come together
Yeah.
and to worship you.
Yeah.
We honor you today. Now let the words of our mouth,
Yeah.
meditation of our
Yeah.
heart be acceptable in thy sight.
Yeah.
Oh, my God and my Savior and my deliverer
Yeah.
and my shield
Yeah.
and my covering. We bless you as we leave this place and everything that Pastor has spoken in this place.
Yeah.
We see the song in our spirit. Amen.
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 Let the saints say amen.
Amen.
We declare, we decree it. Amen.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor.
Bless you, Pastor. I'm glad I made it.
Amen.
Sister Mary, not to catch Pastor.
That's all right. Thank you.
Yes.
That was the beneficial repair.
Yes.
So go with God. Amen.
Let the joy of the Lord be your strength.
Thank you, Pastor Campbell.
Yes.
Amen.
Love you.
Yvonne, give me that information, the name of the young lady. We had a young lady, Sister Campbell, a young girl, passed out. We took her to the hospital, mother to the hospital. We're going to go check on her.
Okay.
Because I said, but God is able.
In the name
God
of
is
Jesus,
able.
we touch and agree.
God is able. Pastor